In recent days, White House Press Secretary Karoline Leavitt found herself embroiled in controversy after making a public statement that was flagged for factual inaccuracies. The claim, which was made during a press briefing, concerned the Biden administration's stance on tariffs and their impact on the U.S. economy. This moment has sparked significant attention, with critics accusing her of misleading the public, while others argue it's a matter of communication errors. The context of the tariff claim. The controversy began when Leavitt addressed a question about the Biden administration's handling of tariffs. In her response, she claimed that the tariffs imposed by the previous Trump administration had not negatively impacted American consumers and businesses. Instead, she stated that they were part of a larger strategy that had been beneficial for U.S. trade relations with China. According to Leavitt, these tariffs were successfully pressuring China to comply with trade agreements, without causing the economic harm that many experts had predicted. However, this assertion quickly attracted attention. Fact-checkers, including those who track the administration's public statements and policy actions, were quick to rebut Leavitt's claim. According to independent analyses, the tariffs on Chinese goods imposed during the Trump administration, while aimed at addressing unfair trade practices, did, in fact, lead to significant costs for U.S. businesses and consumers. These costs were primarily related to increased prices on imported goods, which disproportionately affected small and medium-sized businesses, as well as American households, particularly those with lower income. The community note backlash. In the age of social media and fact-checking platforms, it wasn't long before Leavitt's statement was flagged by a community-driven platform that helps correct misinformation. The Community Note system, which allows users to add context or factual corrections to misleading or false claims quickly, placed a note on Leavitt's statement. This note stated that her assertion about the tariffs was misleading and inaccurate, citing several reports and studies conducted by independent research organizations and government agencies that directly contradicted her claim. The community note read, contrary to the claim made by Press Secretary Karoline Leavitt, a significant body of evidence suggests that tariffs imposed during the Trump administration did, in fact, lead to higher prices for American consumers and businesses, particularly in industries that rely on imports from China. The note linked to sources such as the Congressional Research Service, studies by the Federal Reserve, and analysis from major think tanks such as the Peterson Institute for International Economics. The fallout and reactions. The backlash to Leavitt's statement and the subsequent community note has been swift. Critics from both sides of the political spectrum have voiced concern over what they perceive as an intentional distortion of the truth. Some argue that Leavitt's remarks were part of a broader strategy to downplay the economic consequences of Trump-era policies and shift the narrative around U.S.-China trade relations. Senator Elizabeth Warren, a vocal critic of the Trump administration's trade policies, was one of the first to respond to the community note. She took to social media to call out Leavitt, accusing the White House of perpetuating misinformation. This is a textbook example of the dangers of ignoring the facts for political gain, Warren tweeted. We must demand accountability from those in power. On the other hand, Leavitt's supporters argue that the press secretary's comments were mischaracterized. They contend that the tariffs, while leading to some price increases, were part of a larger geopolitical strategy designed to challenge China's trade practices and reduce the U.S. trade deficit with China. Furthermore, they argue that many of the costs associated with tariffs have been offset by the benefits of a stronger negotiating position with China and the eventual trade deals that follow.